Afternoon here, Sunday afternoon here in Nathalie. We are happy today to present you Louis Gustin, who will present us his story and what he made out of it under the framework we call this event Life After Stroke. And we are happy as well to welcome here Kasia Siweruk. She is my Polish is still A1 level. They're trying their best to teach me some Polish pronunciation here. She's one of the most influential Polish bloggers when it comes to raising awareness of strokes and the destiny of young people, not only young people who are confronted with this condition, with this life condition. And before we are the plan for this afternoon will be that Claire is coming to give a short introductory speech, and afterwards Louis will take over, and probably Kasia, you can come in at the beginning of the Q&A session and open the floor for the Q&A and present us a bit what you are up to, what brings you here, and about your project. So, great you are all here, and I give the floor to Claire, and afterwards it's your turn. Thanks.
Hello everyone. So, this conférence is starting fast, and it started with a recipient from Enoch. And she asked me if I was interested to organize this, because he was interested to read the show. He wanted to share a story. It was a blessing for me because I think everyone should be aware about the disability issues. And even if I don't want to say that disability is necessarily related to issues, I think it would be interesting for people to realize that disability can happen to everyone. Me, I am absolutely not a teacher, so I learned to practice. In a certain way, it gets better for me. But for him, it is happening as well as 24. So then, you must have the training emotion. It will happen to each of you. And I am happy that you are here to pay attention that disability is not related to author, to poor guy, to poor girl. Oh yes, he has a problem. You have to get aware. You got to know how hard it can be for people to discover, to readapt. This is not adapt. And you have to say about this, adapt. S'adapter en français. You have to adapt. For me, I have to adapt. And so you have to. It is not a problem for me to adapt. But you have to adapt more, because it's how it is. The map is part one. It's more difficult. I welcome you to listen in, and I give the floor to you.
Thank you very much, Claire. And we are all excited to hear your story and about your project S'adapter.
Hello, dzień dobry, and bonjour. Thank you for presenting me. Thank you also for the college for welcoming me with this beautiful weather. My testimony will be in English because you will know why after. I will show you my video. It's in French. Sorry.
Bienvenue sur ma première vidéo de S'adapter. J'ai fait du droit, 5 ans de droit, Metz, à Strasbourg, et j'ai fait 2 ans d'Erasmus en Pologne. J'étais à Varsovie, durant 1 an et demi, j'étais à l'hôpital à Metz. faire et l'idée pour les gens. Vous allez voyager. Quand je dis voyager, c'est à Bruxelles, mais aussi à Metz, à Paris et à Varsovie. Je vais interviewer des députés européens, des personnels soignants et aussi des tas d'autres personnes. Mon blog est participatif. On peut vivre avec un handicap. Il y a toujours la possibilité d'améliorer l'accessibilité, la politique du handicap. On peut faire des choses ensemble. À très vite.
Here it is. So, my name is Louis Gustin. I'm 27 years old, and I come from Metz, and in France. I studied 5 years of law, and I studied 1 year in the College of Europe, Promotion Voltaire. There is 2 people from my year. I would in 2015 I was in very good health. I was having an internships in Brussels. I reserved a flight for Warsaw, 3 days of holidays, and because there is also other persons who come here with the same year as us, and I arrived in Warsaw, and I have a stroke in cafe in Stare Miasto, old city. I had a stroke. I was taken in hospital, in close to where I have my strokes. I stayed 2 weeks in Warsaw, and I learned that I have strokes. I didn't know, and also I was left aphasic. I couldn't speak no more. I couldn't speak in French, but also in English, and also in Polish. I learned Polish. I was struck down in mid-flight because my internships in Brussels were going to be finished, and I would like to search for jobs in Brussels or Paris. So I was left aphasic, but also my arm didn't move, and my legs didn't move neither. I was transferred in France, in Metz, by plane. All of the persons who are there, which mean my friends, but also my family, you are there too. And there was plenty of friends, many 10 or 12 person, and my family, my two parents and my sister. I was going back to France, and I was aphasic, which means no more speak. My first word, it's oui, and after maman. And my parents were very strong. My parents are both pharmacists, and also I have my friend in Warsaw, but I came back to Metz, and they are still here. They are coming from Brussels, and they are coming from Strasbourg, they are coming from Paris, Geneva, Germany, etc. And I started rehabilitations in June 2015 to July, August 2016, which means I have rehabilitations myself for a year and a half. And for the year and a half, I studied. No, it was not studying, but it's my life. And I did some physical therapist every day, some speech therapist, some physical sports, the nurse, the medicines, etc. And it was day after day, every day. And it was long for me. Also long to regain the speech, la parole. It was long for me to regain English and Polish, but I'm happy that I didn't lose my my knowledge. Thank you. So after that, in June 2016, I quit rehabilitations, and I started to look for an internship or a job. But once again, I couldn't speak well. My parents cannot understand me, my family, my friends, but the person with whom I work, it's difficult to understand me. But in Metz, there is the deputy, European deputy, Nathalie Gisbeck, which took me inside her office in Brussels. And I had to pass 2 internships, more or less good and bad, or I would like, yes. She took me. In 2016 October, I will go back. I was going to Brussels. I will move on to Brussels, and to start my internships. It was hard, the internships, and it was hard for me also because I spoke French, but nothing in English. I can understand in English, but I couldn't speak in English. I had to write notes, reports, but it was difficult for me. But I know the Brussels bus bubble, I know it, because there is plenty of people of all Europe, and I will. I had a choice to make, but I did it. I did it. The 6 months passed quite not quickly, but it passed, and I came back to the parliament for an internships. 3 internships, but it was not the parliamentary assistance, but political group for the Socialist and Democrat. It was the 5 months internships, and I gained more and more speech. I could speak in English. I could try to speak in English. I am now talking to you in English. Oof. And yes, I also write notes, many conferences at the Parliament, European Parliament, and I regained my independence, but also my way of work. In October 2017, I launched my blog. There is 2 things: my testimony and also the politic for the disabled persons. I will write articles, but also mainly I will make some videos. My camera is on. And I had many opportunity to meet other young people who had a disability, strokes or something else. And I am more determined to point the disability problems to the European Union and also to France mostly. Through this blog, my aims are to raise awareness about the disability issues, and to persuade politicians, businessmen, persons, and organizations to build better world, but no, it's better environment for the disabled persons. I am a member of France AVC, France Strokes, an organization which help patients for the strokes, and to make group of words, groupe de parole, but also to raise awareness what is the strokes, mostly toward the young persons who had the strokes. I create my own lobby in Brussels because I was going to many conferences inside the Parliament, European Parliament, for the disabled conference, but also not. But I get the carte de visite, visit card. To the organizations, the commissions, the deputy. I interview many. I have interviewed 3 deputies, which is on my blog. And yes, next to it, I contact every country in Europe which has an organization like France AVC, to know them and to know them. Inside the European Parliament and also the commissions, there are plenty of disabled persons. They are in wheelchairs, they are blind, they are deaf, and it works perfectly. And I would like to give you guys because you are the leaders of Europe.
Not yet.
You are the leader of Europe, and I would like to give you the message that yes, there are many people with disability, and so what? I am optimistic, and I want to go deeper in the rights of disability and the politics of disability. I have in Poland. I have no idea whether it's good or bad it is well or no to be disabled persons. But for example, in Paris, the metro has has 20% more or less of the railways adapt for the disabled. There is no elevators. There is no more stairs. For me, I can't take it in Paris. The no more stairs. But what about the disabled person? What about the wheelchairs users? It's Paris, and for me it's a shame for me, and I would like to call on the president and deputies for take care of it. And in 2024, we have the Olympic Games and also the Paralympic Games. It's something you should care if you are French, but also if you are not French.